Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Zeus and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your dog's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed. And the only correction that we give here at school is a tug and release on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Zeus is going to come home with his very own training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now he is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on the leash, and the command is Zeus, heel. Now at this point, Zeus has a job to do, and that is to walk next to you when you are walking down the street. No dragging you down the street. And it starts with just this simple thing that you're in charge, he's not dragging you, you're leading him. And when you stop your feet, he's been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So teaching a dog that you're in charge is not anything brutal or mean, it's simply being in charge. When you stop, he sits automatically. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, we do not use his name. You're going to practice this command indoors as well as outdoors. You're going to start out at 1 minute and work up to 3 minutes, and this helps to develop his self-control. When Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him. As an additional distraction, he walks back to meet his leash, and they're back where they started at heel position. And you see that Zeus is looking up at him, waiting for direction. Rich gives him the command to heel, and they take off walking again. But it's always at your pace and your commands. Nice automatic sits, they're spot on. And Rich will give him the stay again. And practice your sit stays. Your stationary exercises are so good for helping to develop focus, maturity. Now this time, instead of returning back to him, Rich will call him, and this is the recall. You call him, he comes right in front, and he's been taught to sit automatically right in front of you and wait for his next command, and then he goes back to heel and back sitting. Very, very well done. And this is how I want you to interact with him for the first week that he's home. Talk to him in commands, enforce the rules. Nice automatic sit, stay, and we'll demonstrate the come on command again. But if you notice, even with the distractions, he's paying attention to Rich. We have a lot of traffic noise on a Friday, and Rich will call him. Comes right in and sits, doesn't even think about putting his feet up on you, goes back to heel, back sitting. Nice job, buddy. Now the next commands that we're going to be demonstrating for you are your down commands. And there are 2 of these. The first one is the down from a heel position. So with the dog seated at your left at heel, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. Now your long down stay, you can practice right in your living room. You're going to start out at about 1.5 minutes, and you're going to increase it every day until you're all the way up to 5 minutes. When Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him just as he did on the sit stay, back to heel, and then he expects to get another command. You saw him look up at Rich to see what they were going to do next. So he's looking at the human as the person who is in charge and who's going to tell him what to do, and not the other way around. We have no room for grumpy around here.
Down.
Now he didn't go right down, so you saw that little tug on the training collar. Nothing brutal, just a little tug, and I could from here even hear it. It was the perfect correction. You don't pull him into a down, you just snap that collar. And this time Rich will call him out of that down. Good boy. And back to heel. Now the very last command that we're going to demonstrate is probably the most difficult, and that is your down from a distance. And it's harder because you're not right next to the dog and he knows it. So you're going to leave him in a sit-stay. You're going to walk out a couple feet in front of him to start with. You're going to use your right hand to give the command.
Down.
Very good. That was perfect. Now we've demonstrated for you your heel, your automatic sit, your sit stay, your down stay, your come, and your down from a distance. These are the commands that we're going to have you practice with Zeus when he comes home. We want you to report and let us know how you're doing, which I'm sure that you will. We've enjoyed having him, and he has come a long, long way. And thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.